early morning, 7:53 in the morning with it, man. Early morning game. What's going on, man? Listen, I'm just gonna be on here for a few minutes, man. So y'all boys get in here. Let's drop some questions. Show y'all boys some easy breakfast, man. I told you, your boys down 5 pounds this week. You know what I mean? Just from eating my meal plans. Sticking to it, not eating out. You know what I mean? We down 5 pounds. Listen, let me be honest. Look, a few of the pounds was water weight, but it's still like progress. And plus, I've been really dialing in on the protein, bro. Like for breakfast, I got turkey bacon, got 3 pieces of turkey bacon, and I got 4 eggs, man. High protein, a little bit more on the fat size, but no carbs. But trying to get some early morning game with it, man. Listen, I'm at work. Early morning game before I get my day started at work. Y'all in the chat, man. What's going on, man? Listen, yesterday and the last 2 days was some really good lives. Really gave a dude some game about like rejection, bro. Rejection is truly God protection, bro. It's hard to see it at the beginning, bro. It's hard to truly see it when it's happening, bro. Think about any situation you've been in, bro. Think about any situation you've been in, bro, in the past. Like a girl broke up with you, it was a heartbreak. There was so much pain at the time. But when you eventually you got over it, bro. Eventually you got over it, you lived your life. And then ask yourself, bro, how do you feel now? Like, would you still want that person in your life with the information you downloaded now? You still want that person in your life? Bro, it's so crazy, bro. Like, I was in a 5-year relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it was a long term. It was my longest relationship I've ever been in. That's like one of like 2 relationships I've ever been in my life. And so crazy that, I was hurt when it happened, you know what I mean? Like it had to happen. But I was hurt about it. But I didn't know what happened. I put the work in. See, when you're not putting the work in, when you're not working on yourself, you don't feel like you can catch better. When you feel like when you're not working on your craft, when you're not working on your body, when you're not working on your mental, when you're not putting the work in on the inner and the outer, you don't feel like you can catch better. You feel like this is all you deserve. And so because you believe that's all you deserve, you feel like this woman leaving your life is like, just trust me, it hurts in the beginning, bro. But like once you start doing the work, bro, you're just gonna feel so much better. You're gonna be like, bro, I was really settling for this. And it's not saying you're shitting on the person, but it's like once you reach a different level, you're on a different frequency. Like, bro, like, why was I putting up with this? You start to question yourself, like, damn, why the fuck was I putting up with this? I did not deserve this, man. But listen, this is why you gotta stay working on yourself, bro. Mentor told me, bro, you gotta act as if you gotta move as if you're gonna get a phone call and somebody tell you your girl cheating on you. You gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You don't get out of a relationship to start working on your body. You must get into the relationship. You must have a nice body before you get in a relationship. Let's just say you don't get a nice body before you get in a relationship. When you do get in a relationship, you need to literally take that shit up a notch. The game doesn't stop when you get in a relationship. The game just begins. Because listen, the woman that's in your relationship, you're in a relationship with you, she trusts you to lead her to the promised land. She trusts you. So that means you gotta stay working on yourself, bro. Think about some people you follow. Think about somebody you follow. Would you want to follow somebody that don't know where they're going? No. Why not? Because you don't know where they're leading. And if they don't know where they're going, you're putting yourself in a liability. You're making yourself a liability, and they're a liability. So this is why it's important to work on yourself, bro. I wouldn't want to follow your program. But listen, man, I got 8 people in here, and I got 0 likes. That's just unacceptable, bro. Let's get some likes in here. Let's drop a question or something. Let's chop some game, bro. It's early in the morning, bro. Shit, y'all boys to breakfast. Got some turkey bacon and an egg scramble. Drop a coffee. But yeah, bro, that looks real good, bro. Yes, it is, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate Appreciate it, bro. Super fire. I eat this almost every day. I eat this almost every day, bro. Again, this is over 28 grams. There's over 40 grams of protein in this right here. 0 carb, over 40 grams of protein. I got what? 18 grams of protein from the bacon, just from the bacon alone, and then 28, so 48. It's 42 grams of protein. 42 grams is that. Yep. But y'all boys getting in, man. If you guys have any questions, bro, drop a question, bro. Whether it's about self-improvement, whether it's about relationship situations, bro, whether it's about fitness, bro, because I'm a trainer. So if you got a question, whether about losing fat, building muscle, bro, drop a question, man. What's going on, Aiden? I don't know how to say your last name, but what's going on, Aiden? Y'all boys gotta drop. Listen, I got 11 people in here, and I got 0. There we go. We got a like here. Let's go. Let's go. I got 11 people in here. I think it's weird that you're in here, but you're not liking it. If you're not gonna like it, just get out of here, because that's weird. That's weirdo shit. There we go. Let's get the lights up, man. I got 16 people. There we go. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? That shit is free. You know what I mean? I ain't asked you to do a super chat, but if you want to throw a super chat and give me some good questions, I'll give you $1,000, $1 million worth of game. But listen, drop a question. Said, what am I eating? So I got 3 pieces of uncured turkey bacon, right? I like going with turkey bacon because it's less fat and less calories, more protein. And then I got some eggs, man. I usually do an egg white, egg scramble, but today we're just doing just eggs by itself. So I did 4 eggs, 3 pieces of turkey bacon. That equals 42 grams of protein. Less than 500 calories. So good high protein meal, keeps me satiated, keeps me full. And if I really wanted to add some fiber in here, I'd probably get half a sweet potato in there. But I didn't feel like making no sweet potato. It tastes amazing, man. Listen, man, y'all want some meal plans, but get in my coaching program. I give my coaching program, I give my clients the best. Michigan in here. What's going on? Shout out to Michigan, man. What part of Michigan you from? Where you live in Michigan? Detroit, Flint. Let's drop some good questions, man. Let's get some game. Early morning with it. You know what I'm saying? What y'all want to know about me? Grand Rapids, man. Shout out to Grand Rapids, man. Peace, love, and happiness to Grand Rapids, man, for real. We got 9 people in here and only 3 likes. This is unacceptable. This is what y'all do. I just feel like it's weird. Y'all boys got a question about anything, bro. You can ask any question, whether it's about fitness, self-improvement, dating, relationships, all that. You know what I mean? But back to, being super heartbroken after you got a relationship, bro. Honestly, bro, relationships you learn a lot. You gotta change your framework. Ask yourself, what did you learn? And shout out to the 4th Life, man. What did you learn from that relationship, bro? Bro, honestly, I think things happen for a reason. I believe in divine timing. If me and my ex would have never broken up, I would have never met my girlfriend now. You feel me? Because we met on a trip. It's a boys' trip. Before me and my ex broke up, I've never been on a guy's trip. You know what I mean? I just was chilling, I've never been on a guy's trip. I took a guy's trip. That's what happened to my girlfriend, my current girlfriend now. So, and I like it here. So, things happen for a reason, bro. You got to be working on yourself. You must constantly be working on yourself, fam. You must constantly be working on yourself. Because when you're working on yourself, you're putting the work in, you're working on your fitness, you're working on your self-image. You're putting that shit on. You're just gonna feel a lot better. You're gonna vibrate at a higher frequency, man. So constantly work on yourself, bro. Because when you're working on yourself and you're getting the results, you're not gonna be tripping about if you want to leave, bro. It might hurt you. It's gonna hurt you. But when you're working on yourself, you have this thing in your back of your head, like, oh, I'll catch something better. You know what I mean? It's just not a good fit. Manny, what's happening, man? Let's try some game, man. I see you working, man. Y'all go tap in on my guy, Manny, man. He can make some good music, man. about to blow up in the next year. Eating breakfast. We got some turkey bacon. We got some eggs, man. Something light. But yeah, man, when you guys are, when you're working on yourself, you're not tripping, if someone wants to leave. And then you gotta detach, bro. I think there's so much power in detaching. You gotta understand, bro, you don't have control. You don't have control over a lot of things. You have control over certain things, but you don't have control over people. Only influence. And once you accept that, hey, she doesn't want to be here no more, remember that door opens and closes the same way. So you can come in, you can also leave. Yo, since I started taking this artist thing serious, I know I gotta move seriously. So it's crazy. This is a great question, bro. I like to use the Steve Harvey and Denzel Washington method. I remember I was listening to a Steve Harvey motivational thing, and he said there's different levels, right, between an actor and a comedian, right? A person that does like movies and a person that does TV shows. They hold Denzel Washington the most highest esteem. Now I'm not saying they don't hold, Steve Harvey in the highest esteem, but because you only see Denzel Washington in movies, you hold him in higher esteem. Why? Because you have less access to him. See, Steve Harvey he has Family Feud. He has the comedy shows. He also have his own. He also has his own show called Steve Harvey Show back in the day. So you have more access to him. So because you have more access to him, you treat him differently, right? So I feel like since you're about to blow up, bro, you really gotta be careful, bro, because you know motherfuckers can lie on you with no type of evidence, just because it's your name and your name attached to it, bro. You put yourself in a position. So like, I think practicing sexual discipline is everything, bro. Dick discipline will literally save a lot of people's lives, a lot of men's lives and money, because you won't put yourself in a position. You know what I mean? Also, like, you gotta move a certain way. So, you can't have people can't have access to you. And another thing too, they gotta put money down. Just because you got the money don't mean you gotta spend it on them. You know what I mean? They gotta be putting money down. They gotta be earning their keep around here too. Just because I'm making money as an artist doesn't mean I'm gonna be funding your lifestyle. Like, nah, you gotta earn your keep around here. You know, Purse first, ass last. This relationship, the situation we're in with you, it's not a sponsorship. It's a relationship. So we must continually exchanging value. So I just think, if you're an artist and you're dealing with girls, bro, or a woman, she gotta be earning her keep. She can't just be around me just because I got money. Just because I got money don't mean I gotta spend it all on you. You gotta be spending money on me too. Reciprocation. The best policy is reciprocity. Good game. I'm gonna do like two more questions. I'm gonna drop like I'm gonna answer like another question for like 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna head out and start locking in. But this breakfast was so fire. Turkey, bacon, eggs, super simple. And I have a little razzle dazzle, and I got time. I like to make protein pancakes too, but we'll get into that another day. Junior Soto said, "How you doing? Doing amazing, man. Bless." The boys dropped one more question. I'm gonna answer one question in like the next minute, and then I'm gonna head out. So boy got a question. Fitness, self-improvement, relationships, bro. Drop it. You know what I mean? That's a good question. That's a good question, bro. I can expound for a longer period of time. This basic shit, I can't answer it. You know what I mean? I can answer it, it's just not gonna be what you want. I got 30 seconds to drop another question. I'm gonna head out this bitch. It's all gone. Feels too good. That shit was too good, man. All right, y'all boys. Happy Friday. I might go live again. Oh, how do you get mod in this live? I do not know what that means. I'm not sure what you mean, but I guess I'll look it up when I get out this live. And if you're on the live link, I guess I can explain. But you guys have a blessed Friday, man. There's too many ways out here to get money. There's too many opportunities out here. You know what I mean? There's a million women in this world, bro. And there's a woman out there that want to give you the world, bro. So, like, lock in.